It has taken a long time getting to the stage, guys, but we are finally here. Welcome to part 15 of our Starcourt Mall series. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build this GameStop, this game shop even. Maybe it is a GameStop, but who knows, of like the 80s. I can't actually remember the technical term for the store, what it's actually called in the show. I'll definitely go check that out before we get building. But this place is the last shop on our kind of very long row of stores. It's pretty insane. This is definitely going to be the second most visited shop in Starcourt, if I was visiting. The arcade, and of course this shop right now. We have some game posters on the wall once we go inside. We have a couple bits of merchandise on display for some gamers to come and, purchase and things. We have a couple PCs on the side and also some retro game consoles for people to come and buy, of course represented with some redstone-y type things. Colours up here for maybe some mouse, mouses, even just representing like walkie-talkies. I know that's very different, but like it's the 80s, remember, so there's not that much technology available at this time, so we kind of make and do with what we have. We have like a graphic difference sort of poster. I recognize this from the actual shop sort of images I found, and this thing was really cool. I wanted to add a little trapdoor there to represent, as you can see, the white wall up there. Then you look inside this window and you can see there's like more texture to it. So I was kind of went for that little sort of Easter egg in there, I guess. Behind the desk we have some more redstone-y type bits and bobs representing PC parts. Maybe this is also a repair store. Pretty awesome. Another couple gaming posters. The Atari and, all the different types of gaming things like Nintendo will be up there. They are all going to be on these red concrete blocks around the border of the top of this game shop. We have a little storage room back here. Not much going down. I may have just trapped myself in. Let's get out quick. Oh, I apologise. There we go. Phew. And then back here we have actually quite a bit of room. So I made this into a little bit of an arcadey type thing. So two sort of game console machines back here. So people can come to the, the back section. There's actually a game store near me where it's a comic store. But they have like an upstairs and you can go and play video games together and stuff. It's pretty insane. We got like a meeting room, a vending machine of course, just to add a little bit extra detail, and then of course the corridor that goes behind the stores. Pretty well detailed place. It's going to be quite a big episode, so definitely stay tuned, and let's get building part 15. Let's do it now. Alright then guys, so I'm to the left of Wicks and Sticks. I've gone and grabbed myself some smooth quartz block, some black wool, some black stained glass, some chiseled quartz block, some grey concrete, some smooth quartz stairs, some red concrete, some white wool, and some smooth sandstone. Now this store is called The Game Player. I went and double checked. If you guys already knew that, nice one, you're a true Stranger Things fan. I completely forgot. I don't know how that slipped my mind, but anyway, let's get on with the tutorial. So the first thing you want to do is come to this sandstone pillar, just kind of, it's actually in line with Wicks and Sticks wall. We're going to go diagonally in front of this one, to the left, and we're going to place one block just there. Diagonally once again, place another block. Diagonally once more, and place another block just there. This time we're going to go diagonally out by 2. Still in front, but diagonally to the left now, like so. We're then going to go ahead and take some stained glass, some black stained glass, and we're going to go 4 blocks high for both of these quartz ones like so. We're also going to do it for all of these ones around the side. And then you should be left right next to the sandstone wall. Perfect. We're then going to go ahead and go into the floor now, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. We're going to take our chisel quartz block and fill that in. We're going to go 1 block back again and fill this in for 4 blocks. But on this one over here, diagonally back in from this glass block, we're going to go 4 blocks high. 4 blocks at the moment. Like so. We're then going to go to the opposite side and leave a 3-way gap between both of these pillars. We're going to place another 4 block high quartz pillar, chiseled quartz pillar, like so. Now this Game Player sign comes out of the store quite far, just so that you can see it from when you're walking down. It kind of stands out to you and makes you want to go and shop in there. Well, it makes me want to go and shop in there because it just says game on it, but you know what I mean. For anyone that may be new to the gaming world, it kind of jumps out. This is the place you want to go to get your games. So we're going to take our smooth sandstone now, and we're going to go 1, 2, just in front of this row of chiseled quartz like so. We're going to bring this up to 4 blocks now, just by adding 3 onto that kind of ledge there. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go ahead and take our normal smooth quartz. I'm going to go ahead and stack up 2 on all of these blocks, these glass blocks. So 2, 2, 2. Here we're going to go 1, 2. Then we're going to go 1, 2. But this one, we're actually going to bring it out for 1 layer like so. The reason we do that is because we're going to bring it along to just before the sandstone block. Like so. And on that sandstone block is normally some red concrete. So we can actually put that in because we have it in our inventory. Like that. For both of those sandstones, by the way. Sweet. You can then take your black wool and go across the top of that sort of quartz there. And that is looking awesome. That is where we're going to write games even with our banners. We'll do that right at the end of the video. Okay, so I'm just going to switch my camera angle round on my actual photos I have here. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to take our normal smooth quartz block. We're going to go ahead and fill this in for 2 blocks high. And then above the doorway for 2 blocks high also. Make sure to include this pillar in that process. That is looking great, guys. You're doing an amazing job. What we can do after here as well is we're actually going to go ahead and place 2 blocks just there, but we're not going to start a wall here. We're actually going to leave that empty because in line with this one is where our sort of Atari, Nintendo, you know, all that sort of sign goes around the border of the building. Instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop back behind this one and start a wall just on this block, just there. Now this wall around the corner goes down for about 23 blocks. We should be left with no blocks at the end of that wall. So let's hope, fingers crossed, I've got the right dimensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, phew. You know the sigh of relief? That is literally it right there. Okay. You may notice already, there is a little bit of a gap here, but do not worry about that, honestly guys. We're just going to use that as a filler. The cinema takes up this entire space anyway, so, you know, it's not really much of a big deal. But if you wanted to shorten the wall to make it go along just right beside the game player, and then, you know, go around the corner to the cinema, it's absolutely your guys' choice. You could totally do that, and it would look pretty awesome still. So counting from a new block just here, not from this 23rd one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like so. You'll notice we're left with 1 block before we have to go, you know, kind of in line with Wicks and Sticks wall. So we're going to start afresh just here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 blocks, like so. Now when we come to the end of the video and we start furnishing this place, some of these materials will get sort of mixed up, and we're going to change some of these up later on. But at the moment, it's going to look pretty cool. So what we're actually going to do now is we're going to go up to about 5 blocks high with our smooth quartz once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to take a red concrete, place one just there. 2 white wool, place them there. 2 red, place them just there. Then we're actually going to go ahead and just quickly switch my picture. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put 2 white just there. 1, 2, 3 red, and then 1 coming out from this wall. Now you're probably wondering, what on earth are you doing? Well, don't worry guys, what we're going to do is we're actually going to separate this off so we can build that meeting area with the sort of game machines and the, you know, the vendor machine in there. So to do that, what we need to do is take our smooth quartz once again, and we're going to go up for about 6 blocks high. Let's go for a second layer first of all, for all 4 corners of this build. Well, 3 because we've already built the main entrance area. Like I said, we are going to cut through that in a bit, but for now, we may as well just build it all up because it makes it a little bit easier to understand, especially with me rebuilding it. I struggle to, you know, follow my own sort of guides. Basically, when I build a tutorial, I make sure I've left enough sort of room so I can get in and out of the build easier on my original planned sort of bit. So then I can go ahead and teach you guys it. But in StarCourt, I haven't left myself much room, so it gets a little bit confusing sometimes, even for me. So let's just go ahead and fill this up whilst we can to the top. Make sure it goes right next to the red concrete like so, and then you can come under it and just fill these in temporarily like this. Awesome. So you'll notice that this one does actually just kind of go, this red concrete does go next to the sandstone. That is absolutely what you want. You want to make sure you have 1, 2 white concrete, white wool even, 2 red concrete, white wool for 2, and then 3 red, and then it curves in for this voice break. It curves in for this wall over here. Wow, that was a really big voice break. Never mind. So what I'm going to do is actually going to mark out this wall to separate these 2 rooms, but I'm also going to go ahead and count this quick. So I know that this one is going to be in line with, of course, this one. So I'm going to mark that off quick. Then I'm going to go ahead and start counting from this block in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect, that's what I have in my sheet, so that's awesome. Let's go ahead and move this one along. And let's go ahead and build this up for 6. Now again, I'm not too certain until we actually build the interior whereabouts this door is. So for now, we're going to build this entirely up to the top to separate these 2 rooms off. Remember, we are going to be cutting out some of this wall, but we'll do that later on. Epic! Okay, this is looking very good, guys. You're doing an awesome job. So, going around and finishing our border, we're going to take some white wool, put 2 there, 1 red, 2 white, 2 red, 2 white, coming along the left side now, 2 red, 2 white, 1 red, 1 white, 2 red, and then 1 final white one in the corner. Now that is going to be just a block over from where we actually started on this side, but that is not a problem at all. That is actually what we want, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so one final bit in this sort of section of the build, we can actually go ahead and stick some upside down stairs going all the way around this perimeter underneath all of these walls and concrete blocks. Of course, over on this side, as you guys know, at the moment, there is, not much going on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to only this left wall. Let's only do the left wall for now. And then we'll go ahead and finish the rest later. So, just like so. You could even just put that one normally. That looks actually pretty good. Just fill that side back in. Yeah, sweet. Alright, and then the final step, we're just going to take some grey concrete, go into both of these areas and fill in the floor, all these grass blocks into grey concrete. Let's go ahead and get that done. Alright then guys, so it's now time to go onto the inside of this place and get this place looking like, the game player. Grab yourself some smooth quartz stairs, some smooth quartz block, iron doors even, stone buttons, levers, white wool, glass, grey concrete, and some white carpet. What we're going to do is we're going to first go into this corner over here. You know how I was saying about this border? We really want to get this finished now, so what we're going to do is make this little sort of sub room over here, so there's a little storage area. We're first going to put in our door, and our door is about... Oh, our actual door that goes into the back room even is about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on 5 is where you want to put it. You may need to just cut into the floor and add another grey concrete block. Place your door in, handle facing whichever way, really is up to you guys. 1 lever to the left of that door like so. We're then going to go a block away and place another iron door just there. We're then going to go 1, 2, 3 blocks above that so it connects up to the border up top. We're then going to drop down for about 5 blocks besides that, and another 5 blocks besides that one. So you should have 2 rows of 5 besides the door frame. We then just need to connect it up to this wall on the right side, and then go ahead and fill over that roof just for 2 blocks, and then fill those other ones in as well. Now it's going to be super dark in here, so we'll add some sea lanterns later, but for now you just want to stick a little button onto the right side of that door. Awesome. Alright then guys, so what we need to do now is this is where we're going to cut into the wall. We're actually going to cut under the banner now, so we have some exposed spruce wood. Don't worry, it's not going to be exposed for long, because we're going to take our smooth quartz stairs and place them upside down underneath our banner like so. We're then going to do the same for the next row down, and this time we're going to place a row of glass just along until we reach this last row. I also was meant to do it there, so that's my fault guys. So you should only be left with about 6 blocks in total for these rows, and we're actually going to use our smooth quartz just to fill up that row again just there. That was my mistake, I apologize guys. Okay, that is looking great. If you need to pause the video here just to catch up or whatever, please feel free to do so guys, it's no problem at all. Okay then, so what we need to do is we're going to go ahead and cut out these bottom 2. Actually, let's go ahead and cut out the entire thing so we have a lot of space to work with. Remember, we're only using 6 blocks in total. upside down stairs underneath the glass above now. And then we're going to go ahead and come to the floor, fill this in with grey concrete, and then place glass blocks on top of this. Like so. Whilst you're here, you may also want to put some more detailing for the, you know, the little things that are on sale. So a button on top of the glass in this one, a lever over on that far left side, and then, you know, other contraptions are going to go on this as well. But we'll leave that until afterwards. Whilst we're here, we can go ahead and go a block away from either wall. Technically it's 2 on the side, but because we got this overhanging bit, you know, it's kind of a block, we're going to call it. Just here for 1 block up from the floor, place your 2 white wool in there, and that is where we're going to have our graphic difference poster. We're going to come over here now, and what we're going to do is make our desk. This goes from this block over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on 6th is where we're going to build. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, out from the wall. We're going to place a block behind this one, and a block out like so. We're then going to start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you should be in line with this lever, a block away from the wall. Perfect. We're going to take our white wool and just go ahead around the countertop, placing that like so. You can then drop back behind the counter, and on this block, 1 block away from the 3, to start off the desk, we're going to go ahead and place 4 glass blocks, so they're a block away from each wall, just like so. Now that is looking super good, guys. You're doing an awesome job. To finish up this room along the border, just place the upside down stairs up till you reach the storage area. Amazing. That is awesome. Okay, so we've used up pretty much all the materials that we have on us right now. Let's go ahead, grab some more, and get some more of this place detailed. Alright then guys, so I've gone ahead and replaced quite a few of my materials. I've now grabbed a monster spawner, block of coal, chiseled quartz block once again, item frames, dark prismarine, red wool, birch sign, birch trapdoor, and some more glass. First thing I'm going to do is take my chiseled quartz block. I'm going to go a block away from this chiseled quartz block, and I'm going to start placing just here. We're going to go up by 3, and we're going to go across for about, that's 2, 3, 4, and stop right here. So a 3 by 4 shape, like so. Fill in the space now, just to add a nice little pattern on the floor as you come in. Almost like a welcome mat type thing. It's pretty cool. So obviously here we can also go ahead and line up where we're going to have another little countertop, kind of displaying some merchandise from the games. So, or maybe even some D&D figures. As we know, the lads in the show must get their sort of D&D stuff from somewhere, so maybe it's the game player, who knows. We're actually going to go to the stone button that we built earlier, this kind of stone button display block. And we're going to go 2 blocks away, and on 3rd we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of glass in a row like so. That will also end up being 2 blocks away from almost the graphic poster like that. Speaking of the graphic poster, we can go ahead and just write on the sign, graphic difference on this 2nd row down. It's always good to add little details in like this one, just because, you know, why the hell not, it looks really cool. So trapdoor on there with the handle facing down. You're then going to want to take your item frames and go all the way along these glass blocks on this kind of wall over here, this display cabinet, for all of those blocks. So that's about 12 item frames in total if you're on survival. We're going to go ahead and place 4 over on this one as well. And that is it for our item frames at the moment. Okay, so what we need to do now is we're actually going to go ahead and add in some of the posters on the walls and things like that. So we're going to go to this corner and kind of a couple blocks away from the door, 1 block away from this exterior wall, we're going to place a red wall just there, and a block of coal at the top of that one. That is a row up from the floor, by the way, guys. Forgot to mention. That was my mistake. So we're actually going to go ahead and do a little poster behind this sort of countertop as well. So we're going to need to chop out 8 blocks in total. 2 rows of 4, basically. Going to go ahead and place 2 prismarine up the left side, 1 monster spawner up top, 1 block of red wall just there, 1 block of red wall just besides that one, a monster spawner underneath like so, and then 1 prismarine up there, and another monster spawner below that. You can even change it up however you like, but for my design I just went for that one. I thought it looked really cool, you know, kind of mixing up the materials a little bit. Don't worry, I know you can see through the monster spawners at the moment, but we are going to put a wall back in here for the cinema, so, and it's going to be you know, grey concrete, so it's going to be a dark material, so you won't see it, so that's pretty good. Alright then, so there is one final poster over here, and for this one what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and just place a 2x2 poster even. So I've come 2 blocks away from the wall, and a block away from the counter, in these blocks like so. I'm going to place a monster spawner down here, and a monster spawner up here. I'm going to place some block of coal in those gaps just like so. Bit of a depressing poster, that one, not going to lie. It's quite black and, you know, dark, but never mind. You can always change it up, like I said, however you guys like to, so feel free to do whatever you want. Alright, it looks like we've used up pretty much all the materials once again. Let's go ahead and grab some more. Alright then, so step 3 of our interior. I've grabbed myself some end crystal, a brewing stand, an end rod, a monster spawner once again, iron trapdoors, stone pressure plate, birch button, redstone comparator? Never even seen that before. Maybe I literally just used it for this tutorial. But whatever that thing is, grab that one, guys. And a tripwire hook. You are also going to need quite a lot of different materials, so some glazed terracotta as well as some heads, but of course at the moment we can only fit these materials in our inventory. So taking out iron trapdoors first of all, we're going to go along this counter like so. We're going to place an end crystal this one, a brewing stand in this one, an end rod facing downwards like so, and a monster spawner just in there. Coming over here, we're going to place a pressure plate just there, a birch button next to the stone one, a redstone whatever that thing is, and a tripwire hook kind of on this back wall like so. That almost looks like a telephone to me, so maybe you could use that as a telephone as well. At the end of the day, this is a technological sort of store, so you know, it's possible that they sell some phones as well. Right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some of that glazed terracotta. Any one of your choice, guys. I'm just going to quickly just spread these around. And these are literally just going to go in all 6 of those kind of glass blocks up top. They're also going to go in the 6 down here. Maybe just alternate backwards than you did at the top. That's looking pretty good. So the final step of the game player entrance area, we're going to need to grab ourselves some heads. I actually grabbed myself a Steve head, an Ender Dragon head, a skeleton skull, and a Wither skeleton skull. My Wither skeleton skull faced kind of diagonally to the back, kind of looking in the corner over there. My skeleton skull pretty much did the same thing, but this time facing forward, diagonally like so. My dragon head was kind of facing to the side like that, and then my Steve head was almost facing kind of the back section like so. Whichever way you want to display these, it really doesn't matter too much. There's not really, you know, much point in just making these the exact same, but if you wanted to, you know, feel free to do it like that. Righty, we need to get onto the back room now. Let's go ahead and get this done. I did almost forget a few things for the game player interior of this section, so I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of a, you know, backtracking sort of thing. I'm so sorry guys, we will get onto the back room, don't worry. You need some iron bars, some smooth quartz stairs, an iron trap door, sea lanterns, stone buttons, stone lever, well, there's only one type of lever, but you know what I mean, glass and some glass panes, as well as a painting. Now what I did forget was iron bars go along the top there, almost like a shutter. It's not quite down, it's not quite up. I just thought it looked really cool as a little bit of detail there. So that is literally in line with these chiseled quartz blocks, just like so, for 3 blocks above the door. Now for the storage room, I almost forgot this one as well. We're going to go inside and we're going to place a stone button just there. We're then going to take our stairs and we're actually going to go ahead and cut into this wall back here. Curve your stairs around the corner and just build shelves with your stairs facing the right way up all the way around. Whilst you're here, you can also go ahead and cut into the roof for these 2 blocks and then place iron trapdoors on top. Sorted. The tiniest little cupboard ever, but it looks pretty cool. Now go into your back room and place a lever the adjacent side to this lever you have already, so that when you close it, you know, you have one to get out as well on the other side, so that's pretty good. What we're going to do as well whilst we're here is take our paintings, and we're actually going to place a 4 block painting, well a 2x2 painting, up on this kind of block over here. So you may need to just remove some of the wool on both sides. Be careful, because if you place your button, like I said, on this one to open both the doors, obviously it will knock it off. I'm going to place my one just there. I'm actually going to try and get the Wither one if I can, as the Wither one looks a little bit more like, you know, it's supposed to, obviously a game character, and with the Wither being a game character, it makes sense to kind of include him into the build. So replace your blocks back in, and there you have it. First detail into the back room completed. We're also going to add a huge picture back here. Now this one takes up pretty much this entire space. I'm actually going to grab the karate one, like so, because I think that one looks pretty cool. You don't need to break any blocks for this one, you just need to be one block away from the wall. Alright, and then the final detail at the moment for my inventory kind of stuff is we're going to go a block away from this wall, kind of going back into the game player sort of shop floor. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks up with our glass, like so, against the wall. This is supposed to represent like a fridge type thing, so we're going to add some like so, kind of for those middle blocks like that. Last detail is some iron trapdoors above that. Looking pretty awesome. Whilst we actually have our glass on us, we may as well go ahead and kind of outline where we're going to put our arcade machines. So we're going to go ahead and place one just about here, so 2 blocks away from this wall. Go a block away and place another one just there. Awesome. That is looking really cool, guys. Also, whilst you have your stone stairs here, you can go ahead and cut into this back wall. We're actually going to go about 2 blocks away on this side, a block up from the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks along, like so, for about 3 layers high. And this is going to be used as a little shelving area. Let me just quickly replace that block in, my mistake. So the shelves just going to be normal stairs up like so, for 3 blocks high. Amazing. Let's go ahead, grab the final details we need to get this place sorted. Alright then guys, so we're almost at the end of our video. For the last sort of section, we're going to take ourselves some light blue concrete, some iron trapdoors, some birch trapdoors, some redstone comparator, I think, again, some smooth quartz stairs, some white carpet, some smooth quartz block, azure bluette, and a flower pot. First things first, take your light blue concrete and just fill in above this red concrete at the front entrance. That is actually going to be the colours of our sort of cinema area, and I think they actually look really good all the way around Starcourt. As you can see, we use them for the neon lights at the beginning. So coming inside, where we're going to use this inside is we're actually going to place it just here. And this is going to be above a door frame, so you may need to just chop those blocks out like so. Once you've actually placed that block, you can hopefully pick block some grey concrete and place that right there. You can also go ahead and take an oak door just to fill that block in with a door frame like so. Looking very cool. So the next step, we're going to take our birch trapdoors, and just besides these 2 arcade machines, we're going to place trapdoors with the handles facing each other like so, in between them. Then going to go along the side, place your handles facing down along both of these sides of the arcade machines even. Then iron trapdoors on both of these, ups and down stairs coming out a block from the bottom row, and then your redstone thingamabob on like so for the little 2 joysticks to play the game. That's awesome. We're then actually going to take our white carpet, and we're going to go from here, and we're going to go 2 blocks, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So 4 in total for 2 rows like so. That should also be a block away from this door and this back wall. We're going to do that again, but this time going kind of this way to the left. So 1, 2, and then along for about, this time about 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, 5 like so. Amazing. That should also line up with the, you know, the sort of stairs at the top there, so that looks really cool. So for our little actual meeting table, for maybe some board directors to come and talk about the chain stores or whatever, you can actually go ahead and take yourself your smooth quartz stairs and your smooth quartz block. We're going to go a block kind of in line with this poster back here, and we're going to go a block in line with this lever back here. So a block away, you're going to place 2 stairs. Then we're going to place 1, 2, 3 quartz like so, and another 3 quartz like so. 2 more stairs adjacent from the other stairs you just made. 2 flower pots in between, and then your azure bluette in the middle of that table. Looking very nice. Alright then guys, so unfortunately I didn't have enough space to grab the vending machine materials, so I'm just going to do it quickly on the spot. You are going to need to grab yourself some glass. You're also going to want to grab yourself some red wool, as well as some red carpet. Then you want to grab yourself a item frame, some stone buttons, and then of course you can grab yourself a glass pane to represent a little door at the bottom of a vending machine. So 2 blocks in this corner over here on the floor. 1, 2, and let's go. That's actually pretty good. 2 blocks up with your red wool like so. 2 glass just besides that. 2 red carpet across the top. 1 item frame below the 2 glass with a glass pane in it, and then 1, 2, 3 stone buttons up the side. Perfect, guys. That is looking really good. So that is actually the game player's interior completed. Wow, that is awesome. We need to just work on the banner, and then we have 100% completed the build. Completed even, or finished, whatever you want to say. Done the build. Let's get on to it. So our final bit is just making the game player sign, and I've just written games, so it is a kind of abbreviation, of course, but if you guys wanted to maybe change the sign up however you'd like to, definitely let me know how you do it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. And yeah, let's just get doing it. So a loom you're going to need to place down. Grab yourself 5 black banners, some black dye, and some white dye. As per usual, I'm going to go ahead and spread out my banners in my inventory to make this a little bit simpler for myself. Put my white dye in first of all. My black banner goes in. And this bit is quite tricky. You're going to need to make the G for games. So what I did was I actually went ahead and placed that kind of there. A right sort of skinny row. Then a bottom row. No, don't do that yet, guys. We're actually going to take out our white dye once we built the sort of right skinny row like so. And we're going to drop our black dye in. We're actually going to go ahead and half this, kind of like so. So you've actually got the top section filled in once again with your black dye. Put your white dye back in, and then fill it at the bottom, so kind of like so. Then go ahead and place a left row, then an over the top row, like so, and there you have a G. You could actually, if you wanted to make a little bit more detail, I don't know if the banner would let you outline if you did this, but you could do that to make a 6. I don't know why you want to, but if you wanted to, that would also look cool. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this. If I was to outline it, that look a little bit weird. So of course, bring your black dye in, plonk that in, then we can put our G back in and outline this. Normally I'd leave the outline to the end, but because that's such a tricky one to do, I thought we'd get it done in one shot. So our next banner goes in for the A, which is nice and simple. A left row, a right row, a top fess, and then a middle line like so. For our M, we're going to go ahead and place this sort of diagonal looking triangle facing downwards, and then a left and right skinny row like so. For our E, once again another simple letter, a left sort of row like so, a middle row, so it almost looks like you're making a H, but then we're going to do a top fess to make that an F, and a bottom fess to make that then an E. For our S, we're going to go downwards like so, diagonally, and then just add a top fess, and you guessed it, a bottom fess like so. Switch out your white dye, place your black dye in. Let's go ahead and outline these in order. Make sure you get the actual outlining one, because if you change up any material on this, the game doesn't let you redo it, so it's a little bit annoying. So let's go ahead and outline all of these. There we have it. We've done it. Maybe with a little bit of black dye separating the 2 sort of letters, but never mind, we've done it. So you want to place your G over this first kind of black wool up here, A besides that, M besides that, E besides that, and then your S to complete it. Awesome. That is looking super awesome. Well, that has been part 15 for our Star Court More series, guys. You have been amazing. Thank you so much for all the support on this, series so far. It's been incredible. We are going to be working very hard to get the cinema done very soon. I'm also going to be working on the toilets. Those sort of bits and bobs, the part of Star Court, are going to be coming next week, so definitely stay tuned for those. They're going to be amazing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please definitely drop a like, that'd be awesome. And if you're new around here, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please definitely consider subscribing. Have an amazing day, guys. You take it easy, stay safe. I'm going to take my weekend off to go and learn some English properly so I can now speak properly. Yeah, thank you once again, guys. You're absolute legends. See you later. Goodbye for now.